Oh my God. Facebook Live. Oh my God.
What's happening right now?
Hey, it's JoJo, and that is, say hi to Bea Miller.
Hi, Bea Miller.
She's such a smart ass. And these girls, your name once again?
Hi, I'm Chloe.
I'm Ashley.
Aileen.
And basically, they're gonna. You have questions, give them to us. But let's get your questions for Bea first. You guys have been waiting around all day, hanging out. Hope you're having fun.
Yes.
But do you have questions for Bea?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Okay, number one, did you wear the blue under your shirt on purpose today?
Yes, I did. I wore a blue bra because I was like, how can I wear blue but not have it be like, oh my God, she's wearing a bright blue shirt and it's right in our faces and it's actually overwhelming. So I figured the blue bra with a little bit of cutout in the shirt would be a cute, subtle way to creep it in,
Yeah.
I thought I'd ask that, but I thought I'd be like, hey, JoJo, stop looking at my boobs.
Yeah, well, I mean, understandable. But I mean, I have been trying to wear more blue recently. Just kind of that's the vibes we're feeling these days.
Good. Anything else?
No.
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Just hanging, just here to chill.
Well, I follow you on Twitter, and I saw that you tweeted not to trust people that don't shower with music. So, like, what's your type of music? Like, what do you shower to?
I have a playlist on Spotify called Road Trip, and it's pretty much every jam from 2005 to like 2012. So I got all the bops on there, all the classic jams, and that's usually what I listen to in the shower. Like I got some old like Rihanna on there, some like Jonas Brothers type of action, like all the good songs.
So you're like,
that's what I listen to in the shower because I can like sing at the top of my lungs. So every once in a while I'll play like a full album. Like I'll play like a Lana Del Rey album maybe in the shower, or like
a full, like does the
or
water
like
stay
John
warm
Belly
during
in
the
the shower
whole
sometimes. Yeah. Your water doesn't stay hot?
It stays hot, but I'm just thinking if you go full album, I don't know.
No, I don't stay in the shower for the whole album. I'll like shuffle like one album by one person.
I thought we're like going start to finish, like
Oh yeah, sorry that was unclear. Everyone.
If you guys have any questions, post the questions. But real quick, we'll get to your music in a few seconds.
Oh my God, is this us?
Oh,
this is so weird. Look, he's like washing up.
How creepy is that, right?
Whoa.
Liz commented. Do you see it on there?
Yeah, Liz. She says, I loved her on X Factor. How was it like working with Brittany? Oh, hi Liz. It was cool. Brittany's actually, fun fact, Britney Spears has an incredible sense of humor. Which I personally, as a fan, would never have known unless somebody who knew her told me that. So the more you know, she's actually really funny. Sometimes before we like walked out onto the stage, there were like these big doors, and we would stand behind them, and then like they would introduce us, and we would walk on stage. Sometimes we'd be standing back there, about to walk on stage, and she would say something funny, and we'd all be hysterically laughing when the doors would open. We'd have to be like, it was really stressful actually. But she's really nice and really funny.
Have you kept in touch with her at all throughout the years, or?
No, actually, I have not seen her since, but I would like to just say what's up.
You guys should do some sort of collab at some point.
Yeah,
I mean, just a Britney,
oh my
Britney
God,
featuring you, or you featuring her.
No, I'm not cool enough for that.
Yes,
That's Britney.
Stop
bitch.
it, stop it. Yes, it is Britney. I know, yeah. Fine. Okay, so she's, get her album, of course. Chapter 1, Blue is out now. Chapter 2, Red, is coming out May 5th. You'll follow her on Twitter, you'll see all these, but I'll give you the dates anyway. Chapter 3, Yellow. They all represent different emotions, obviously, if you don't know. Yellow is out August 18th. There is a chapter 4, The Conclusion. That'll be out targeting November-ish.
Somewhere in there.
All right. Real quick. Hi, Bea. Love your music. This is Destiny.
Hi.
I feel that you're so underrated. What's something that motivates you every day?
Wow.
That's Destiny.
I don't know. I think what's been motivating me a lot, I guess this kind of changes, but what's been motivating me a lot lately is that I've been looking back at certain experiences, like certain days or certain like places I've gone with friends, or things like that, and I look back and I'm like, wow, in the moment that I was like actually doing this thing, I didn't realize that I would look back on it and be like, that was one of the best days of my whole life. So now I've been trying to kind of live saying like, what if I look back a week from now, or a month from now, or a year from now on today, and I say, that was one of the best days of my whole life, I want to look back and think that about today, about every day. So
you say you're trying to live and enjoy each moment a little more so?
Yeah, because you never know what day can end up being one of the best days of your whole life. Like, I never know in the moment, and then I look back and I'm like, I wish I'd appreciated that day more, because I miss it, and I wish I could go back to it now.
So you're having a great day, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
We're fun.
Yeah.
All right. Eduardo says, hi, Bea. Love your voice.
Oh, thank you. How sweet.
All right,
Eduardo.
April says, how long has the song Milkshake been stuck in your head?
April's over there. April did my hair and makeup today.
Hang on a second.
Yes, I was gonna say, how did someone know that?
Randomly, over the course of the past month, just at random points, like it'll be total silence, and I'll just go la la la. And anytime April is there, she'll be like, again, like really, it's just it won't go away. Like, so it's been about a month where like almost every day I just think about this song, and I don't know why.
By the way, April was not born in April.
Yeah, April was born in February, so we talked about that today.
And she, as far as she knows, she doesn't know anyone named April born in April.
Yeah.
Which is
so we talked about that too. Like maybe it would actually be kind of corny, but we don't know because maybe it could actually be cooler to be an April born in April. We don't know.
Yes.
If you're an April born in April, hit us up. You know, we want to hear your story.
Song Like You is out. Rock on that thing. Okay, I want to get to this drummer real quick before we run out of time here. You're going to Coachella.
Yes.
You got a couple of buddies, and we've already decided this in another. We discussed this, and I decided to jump in and make a decision that I think you guys should go with. Of course, you're not going to, because that'd be too simple. Because your friends are crazy. Apparently. You like my idea, I think.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
She's going to Coachella. Her group of friends, about 10 people, all together, love each other, whatever. But they were deciding travel plans. Turns out 2 of them decided to
make separate plans.
Yeah, take the bull by the horns. They're both trying to do what's right. I get it.
Yeah, but they're not.
But they didn't communicate, despite the fact they're roommates. So one, it was Tony and
Devin.
Devin decided to book these 2 suites, 2 very nice suites.
Yes, very big, lots of space, close to Coachella, close to the grounds.
Room service.
Everything, like housekeeping, like people coming to bed when we're gone during the day, it'll be nice.
Tony decides to book a house. Big house, I'm sure it's nice.
Farther from Coachella, but then we would each get our own room, but depending on how many people went, but it would be more expensive, farther away, and we have to clean up after ourselves there.
That is...
It's a big factor.
That's almost a deal
Also, I'm
breaker
pretty sure there's a
itself.
pool at the hotel, so that's...
Maybe
not like we'll actually have
I don't
time
know.
to go necessarily, but...
All right, so we need to get the crew together. I believe, as much as we love Tony, we love you. But look, I think the reason Tony is going with the house is just because maybe he thinks he's going to get some privacy in his house because Coachella, maybe he needs someone.
Yeah, maybe we don't know. But at the same time, like if you want to take like a hotel, like one of the rooms to yourself, and like we're all about to hang out over here, like it's fine. We know.
So B has agreed, and I think everybody will follow. That if that happens, if that's an issue, they will work it out. You can have your privacy, go old school college rules. Hey, hat on the door, candle in the window, sign, apply.
I hope you know after today, like none of my friends are ever going to invite me to do anything again. Because like, here's going to talk about our information in front of people.
I know, I'm a bit long. But Tony, I think they will work out the privacy thing if that's an issue. But I think we should go with the, we should go with the suites. We're going to go with the suites because you feel like you're on vacation. You don't have to clean up the house. It's like, it's great, I'm sure. But the other one's closer. The money's comparable, but let's go with the one closer. We're going with the suite.
Yeah.
The jury, you agree?
See? I mean, come on.
Tony.
Yeah, sorry, Tony. We love you.
Well, before we drop this, I know you have to run, but what else? What are we forgetting here? Anything else? Hang on. Brad says, "Hey B, how was your personal journey over the last few years? How has your personal journey over the last few years since your time on X Factor impacted your sound and songwriting?"
Oh my gosh, how does it not? Any of my, the only thing I ever write about is my personal experiences. I hope most people only write about if not all people, write about just their own personal experiences. So, obviously, as you grow as a person, you grow as a writer, you grow as an artist, you change you listen to different styles of music, which changes what styles of music you create. So, I guess, I would say it's all been positive. I would say songs I've written, a few months ago are better than songs I would have written a year or two ago, but...
And the song Like You, which is just a spectacular song, top to bottom. Different experiences affect your life.
Yeah.
And sometimes things are negative turn into music. I think that's so. Basically, is the guy going? Whoever it is this person going? They're not going to the trip to Coachella, right?
The person that wrote something like you?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, good. But you're not invited. If you are,
No. If you, I mean, I would hope.
But
not.
different experiences in your life get funneled through your songwriting, and everything can affect your music in a good way. So the more I guess I used to say, and I still say this phrase: pain equals good music, but just life equals good music.
Yeah.
So X Factor on down, boom, there you go. All right, enough of that. Met you, Bobby Sura says, met you in Milwaukee, Wisconsin a few years ago at a private concert at a radio station. You were such a sweetie.
Aw, thanks. I tried.
Gea says, do you have any plans on coming to Brazil anytime soon?
Oh my gosh, I want to come to Brazil more than anything. I hear Brazil is beautiful, and also have a lot of fans in Brazil, and I would love to come say hi to you all. I want to eat your food, hang out, So hopefully soon, yeah.
Christine, let me scroll back up. Christine says, can you tour here in the Philippines?
Maybe, hopefully everywhere.
Our buddy Tara, Tara from the radio from KIIS FM. She just logged us. Hi, Tara. Zara says, do you watch The Walking Dead?
I actually watched the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead, and then that is when I started to get into SVU, like Law and Order. And then when I started to get into that, I was like, oh no, like I can only focus on this. So that was a few years ago, whenever the first 2 seasons had first come out. And I was super into it, and then all of a sudden I started getting so into another show that I couldn't focus on 2 at once, and I just haven't gone back to it since.
What are your go-to shows now?
My favorite show in the whole world is New Girl. That's the best show ever. Yes, right? It's so good. I've seen every episode of that show at least 4 times, 5 times, some of them 6 times, some of them depending on if they're my favorites. I can recite back to you before they happen a lot of the lines because I know what's coming. That's how much I love this show. I feel like the characters are real people and we're friends. It's serious. I also love Bob's Burgers. That's one of my favorite shows.
Burgers too.
I have a little Tina, a little Tina bobblehead type of thing on my keychain for my cars, my car keys. I'm obsessed. Love that show. Those are probably my top 2.
Game of Thrones, yeah.
Oh, I tried so hard to get into Game of Thrones, but I'm we're all busy. We all do stuff, but
right.
I started trying to watch Game of Thrones when I was at a time last year when I was super busy. And I feel like it's one of those shows where if you don't constantly watch it, you forget what happened in the last episode, and because each episode is an hour and there's so many different characters, I don't have the brain capacity. It's just too much. Maybe I'm just stupid or something. But unless I watched it every single day, I couldn't get into it. If I skipped one day where I didn't see it, I forgot what happened in the last episode I saw, and so it was hard for me. It's a great show, but it was really hard for me to actually remember the storylines.
It's tough. I've watched it and gone back and rewatched, and I'm still that's the person with the red hair with the baby with the I'm still doing that.
It's so much happening. It's a great show. I just need a month where I can just sit and do nothing and just only watch that show.
Well, it's coming down to the last season, and winter is coming. Just want to give you okay.
That's really making so much.
It'll make sense to some of you.
Really cool.
All right, that's of course Bea Miller. Before we sign off, final thoughts about anything. I don't know.
What are your final thoughts?
My thoughts are you're gonna. By the old Coachella, are you happy with the Gaga replacement since Beyonce had to
I didn't even hear that about who was replacing Beyonce. I haven't checked.
Lady Gaga.
Well, that's great.
You like that, right?
That's great news.
All right, cool. So there we go. All right. Get her album, or You're a Bad Person. All of them. Or chapters, I should say. And and April.
Wow.
April wasn't born in April. Her friend April over here.
Yep, not.
And she wrote it.
April.
It's just one of those things. And B, fist bump for making it
Chorus?
happen there.
Wait,
Let's do
fist
fist
bump
bump.
all around.
Bam, bam, bam.
Dang.
Bye, guys.
Got it.